Welcome, folks. Let me give you a little minute or two to share the live. I'd like to just welcome you to my 8th edition of Take Elections Seriously. You're invited to join me, folks, as together we take a look at where our Citizenship by Investment program has placed us on the map as against where a more well-intentioned and I dare say properly regulated one may have put us in the scheme of things, especially as it relates to the serious impact sanctions against Russia and Belarus may have on anyone from those countries holding our national passports. With the discovery, I would say, by the civilized world that Canada, for instance, or even Grenada, sorry, offers its passport to people from Russia and other Asian and Middle Eastern, not to mention other areas of the world for whose people it is difficult to gain entry into the West. A red flag goes up all over when a Grenada passport turns up. Nationalities who can hardly string 10 English words together are known to be in possession of Grenada's passport. And that is a big problem. And these people are turning up at US and even Canadian embassies, just to name two economic Western powers, to seek entry visas to enter those two G7 countries at a time when the United States and major Western nations are seriously, engaged in conflict with other countries for one reason or another. This kind of carelessness of our current administration, in order to raise much needed revenues for the national coffers, has actually forced increased scrutiny of our people on the part of Canada and the United States especially. We have been hearing all sorts of brag that Grenada was the leading member of the ECCU, the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, in terms of economic growth and economic buoyancy ahead of the landing of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, 3 months into the pandemic, our economy went crashing to the ground. This quick fix economic measure was absolutely no long-term vision for economic sustainability, which of course compromises our sovereignty as a nation and has grounded to a halt almost, with most, if not all, current agents reassessing the way forward, while some are being forced to look into becoming agents for programs of neighboring islands. Sound economic planning, steeped in vision, folks, caused St. Kitts and Nevis to be able to continue to pay their public servants a bonus of an additional month's salary at the end of both 2020 and 2021, and seeking to look into paying unemployment benefits to Kittitians with a view to looking into increasing same after 3 months. We have heard no boast from the leaders of St. Kitts and Nevis, being the economic tiger of the sub-region prior to this, yet for all they can deliver to their citizens. You see, when politicians are genuine about delivering a better standard of living and quality of life to the people they serve, they get down to do the desired work rather than deliver old talk and bramble. Those who talk the most are usually the most empty. As we have learned many years ago, and we've made to believe time and time again from several empty barrels who seem to make the most noise. We must be reminded that Canada, in an effort not to take any chances with undesirable characters gaining entry to their shores, they slapped a visa restriction on all holders of Grenadian passports wishing entry into Canada. There are many Grenadians who were caught holding non-refundable tickets in their hands when this decision was taken, and who subsequently failed to receive visas to enter Canada, of course losing their money. Gone are the days when a Grenadian could have left here and go to Canada or even the US to work within the period that they were given by immigration to remain in Canada, especially, and return home a little better off than when they left. Gone are the days, too, when they could have left here as a member of the British Commonwealth and roamed freely through Canada, applying and getting the nod for multiple extensions on their time allotted in Canada, to the point where many of them remained long enough and graduated to landed immigrant status. Gone are those good old days when a Grenadian could have traveled and received the respect of people whom he or she encountered on their travels just by saying he or she is a Grenadian. For quite a while now, and more especially between 1995 to the present, Grenada has been referred to on the international scene as scandal-plagued Grenada. Now, since 1995, it has been downhill for all decent facilities our once proud people previously enjoyed as extended by the international community. We are treated in a manner to reflect the leadership we elected carte blanche into office on 2 consecutive occasions. Our carelessness during elections, by either not voting or voting for a party because of what we could get from them, has put us all in this mess, this terrible mess. More of our Grenadian brothers and sisters have been turned down by officials of the US Embassy these days than those who would be successful in receiving visas. Even renewals have been treated with contempt, to the point where certain people, even among our business community, have become casualties to this hard-lined approach also. Now, our current situation has got to change, and it must start with our attitude towards elections. We cannot continue to vote according to handouts every 5 years, and in between, eat the bread the devil need, while being convinced we are doing the right thing with a lot of old talk, gimmickry, and all sorts of brambles from who? Despicables. For far too long have we been going around in circles and mixing up that movement for progress, when in truth and in fact all that's happening is that we're just getting giddy. But the meaningful change that we need, the meaningful change that we are looking for to come, we all have to be the change we want to see if we want to contribute to that change. Are you still one of those who would say, it's a good thing a doesn't vote? Folks, when the time comes, take elections seriously. Your vote is a vote to put Grenada on track with integrity, law, and order. I take my leave here, folks, and I wish you all the best. But I pray and trust that you will inflect. This is the Easter weekend coming. Inflect, reflect, analyze, and see how you could invite the God you love to say you believe in, the Christians you love to say that you are. See if you could invite a little bit of spiritualism, a little bit of, some sort of connection to your higher inner consciousness, so that you can do the right thing when elections come and take your country back. Rescue your country from the hands of the devil himself. Put your country back in the hands of people who can take you to a different course. Not a course where you mixing up smart with dishonest. You getting the message now? Because dishonesty today is mistaken for being smart. Oh no. No quick fix. We have too many people in Grenada who pass on. They die. and they are easily forgotten. You know why? They contributed nothing. Become a Grenadian who would contribute something meaningful to taking your country somewhere, so that when you're dead and gone, you leave a legacy. You leave something behind that has shown its evidence now to show that you lived. Folks, so long. Have a happy Easter. And remember, tomorrow we're going to have edification, edification 110. And that is coming to you, of course, live and direct. In fact, it is coming. I'll give you a little peek here as to the actual subject matter. I'll tell you what the subject matter is. Poverty is genocide in slow motion. Poverty is genocide in slow motion. Hello? Let that resonate. But we're going to have a very active edification 110 tomorrow, God willing. So take great care as we enter Holy Thursday. I'm going to give you a very, very jarring subject that you can actually analyze, process, and realize where you are in the food chain. So take good care. Cheers.